G'day guys, I just want to do a quick little live video this afternoon, coming to you from Merton in Victoria and near Euroa. So it's country Victoria. I'm on my way back to New South Wales, but a couple of things that's been happening in recent weeks is I've had the opportunity to preach in some of the small little churches around the place, not down here in Victoria, but in the Hunter Valley, and looking forward to 2025 and what God's going to do, opening up some more opportunities to share an encouraging message, particularly on being strong in the Lord and other things that God's put in my heart for 2025, and that little country churches and little ones around the place, I think that they need some encouragement, because it's important that regional areas get the gospel message too, and that some of these little country churches are like what Jesus did, you know, when he went around all the cities and villages preaching teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom. And interesting little phrase there, that Jesus went into all of them, and that he travelled around as an itinerant, and or he went into the synagogue as he was in the area. And I believe the same thing needs to happen again, where we have itinerant ministry travelling around to stimulate and encourage the little churches that are in regional areas. So if you, in 2025, if you live in a regional area and you would like me to come and share a message in your church, and as a lay preacher, come and visit you if you're within sort of a radius from us, especially in the Hunter Valley, how about you send me an email or a message here on Facebook, and I can come and slot you in and come out to your church and then share an encouraging message on something that I've prepared. I believe this coming year in 2025, God's going to give me 5 subjects, and five main subjects that you know, preaching from each one of those sermons, and even sharing again on the same subject. So, you know, taking the subject a bit further. I was just thinking that David had 5 smooth stones, and just having the idea of 5 messages for 2025, 5 main subjects. You know, we often need to hear a message more than once, and we need to hear more on the same subject. So that's what God's putting in my heart for 2025, especially visiting little country churches, is to have some pre-prepared messages and some printouts available that people can just print off and follow along with the sermon notes and see where we go with it, and maybe even preaching on the same subject. There'll be some different scriptures, recapping on some, but maybe some new scriptures to add as we go through those subjects together. And I just shared last Sunday in Gresford Congregational Church. It was a great time with friends out there, and shared on be strong in the Lord. And I do believe that is a subject for us to explore here, even on Shed Gospels, being strong in the Lord, and making sure that we're not a mental casualty with things that are going on around the world, that we are actually facing these things bravely and strong in the Lord, and have our armour on and have our helmet of salvation on. And as the Bible says, it's the helmet of hope of salvation. We need to have a good mental picture of what God has in store for us, for his church in this time and these days, so that we can actually be encouragers of one another and stir one another up to love and good works. So God bless you, friends. If you want me to come to your church, I'll be willing to do it, and send me a message here on Shed Gospel. I'll come out and see you, and hopefully we can be a blessing to wherever you are, and likewise stir up and encourage one another as we face 2025 boldly, God will stir up his church here in Australia and cause the fans, fan the fires into flame, and get us on fire for Jesus. God bless you, friends. See ya. Bye-bye.